When was the last time you felt othered by your family due to religious differences?
The last time. So like, that's just legitimately asking me, like, most recent experience.
Well, and I want to preface that with, you don't have to answer that if you don't want to.
I feel like one of the things with our parents and my growth and my healing in my life over the last few years has been like, I'm getting closer with my parents by having the strongest boundaries ever, which like limits my communication with them. It limits my need to reach out. Like there's things that suffer from it because of that. But the last time I felt othered was probably some stuff with my son.
Yeah.
Because I'm in a situation right now where like I have, when we're talking about family, we have our parents, and then I have a split situation with my son who he's with his mom one week and then with me the other. And they're extremely Christian and religious on that side as well. And he is too. But he's young, you know.
He's 12. He hasn't had a choice yet.
A lot of what we talk about on this podcast, we've talked about a lot of those years. We've exhumed those memories.
Have you been seeing some of the traumas you dealt with as a 12-year-old being raised as an evangelical kind of showing back up in your son?
I mean, yeah.
How so?
Absolutely.
I mean, you don't have to answer that if you don't want to, but...
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing is there's parts of my relationship with him that the reason why I want to keep it private is because he's such a kid.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have any agency what gets said on this podcast or not. Given I know that our parents don't either, but they made their choices.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm learning how to be a father right now with my son and give him agency in ways that I felt like I never was given, in ways I never could have imagined. Yeah. What I mean by that is like, he is a Christian. And there are a lot of conversations we've had where I am needing to give him a safe space to believe whatever he wants in our house. Even though I have this in podcasts that's all about religious trauma. And he'll say things like, Dad, the reality is I don't suffer from religious trauma like you. And why does he know about that? Because he's 12 and he has a phone and he watches YouTube. So like, it's a weird situation when that I'm in where it's like we have our parents and then I also have my son, and I've been feeling a little sandwiched in between what it means to have the wall of religious belief in family. It's like both ends in a weird way. I think there is actually a lot of similarities in how you deal with it. This is why I knew this topic was going to be deep, because it's going to open a lot of conversation. Yeah. Because the question is, when's the last time I felt othered? And I think that was, a conversation I had with mom and dad just about how hard it is with Evan, my son, doing that, giving him agency when it comes to his beliefs, given my own trauma with my mom and dad. And that was a conversation where there was nothing bad about it. It was actually a really good conversation, but that was the last time that I felt like this is why I feel so set apart. Yeah. Is because I can't feel like y'all see me or make me feel seen or okay or like...
Or can just even separate your beliefs from the love you have for me.
Right.
Because you can't.